Banish as verb. To dismiss or remove from a position or office. To expel or send away from a particular place or community. The king banished the traitorous nobleman from the kingdom, never to return. She banished the negative thoughts from her mind, focusing on the positive instead. The company decided to banish the controversial product from its offerings, in order to avoid further controversy. The school administration chose to banish bullying from the campus, implementing strict anti-bullying policies. The coach banished the player from the team after they repeatedly violated team rules. Hamper as verb. To impede or slow down the progress or movement of someone or something. To restrict or limit the ability of someone or something to function or operate effectively. The heavy rain hampered their progress on the hike. The construction work was hampered by a shortage of materials. The team's chances of winning were hampered by a key player's injury. The lack of funds hampered the organization's ability to carry out its mission. The athlete's performance was hampered by an illness. Belie as verb. To give a false impression or to misrepresent. To show or prove to be false. Her confident demeanor belied the nervousness she felt before the presentation. The calm surface of the lake belied the powerful currents that lay beneath. His cheerful smile belied the sadness he was experiencing deep inside. The lavish exterior of the mansion belied the financial struggles the family was facing. The peaceful townscape belied the tension simmering just below the surface among its inhabitants.
Burgeon as verb. To begin to grow or develop in a particular way. To grow or develop rapidly or vigorously. The city has burgeoned in recent years, with new buildings and businesses popping up all over. The plant started to burgeon after being watered regularly, sprouting new leaves and buds. The writer's career burgeoned after the publication of their first book, leading to numerous awards and accolades. The technology industry has burgeoned in the past decade, with new innovations and breakthroughs every year. The young artist's talent burgeoned after years of practice and dedication, leading to a successful career. Proselytize as verb. To actively try to convert someone to one's own religion or beliefs. To encourage or persuade someone to adopt a particular set of beliefs or ideology. The religious group sent out missionaries to proselytize in remote areas of the world. The sales representative tried to proselytize me into buying their product by highlighting its benefits. The political activist was known to proselytize his beliefs to anyone who would listen. The vegan friend tried to proselytize me into adopting a plant-based diet by showing me documentaries and sharing recipes. The coach would often proselytize about the importance of teamwork and dedication to his players.
Circumvent as verb. It can also mean to outsmart or outmaneuver someone, especially by using clever or devious tactics. To go around or bypass something, typically in order to achieve a goal or avoid an obstacle. He circumvented the security system to access the confidential files. The company found a way to circumvent the new regulations. She tried to circumvent the traffic by taking a back road. They had to circumvent the obstacle in order to continue on the hiking trail. The politician was accused of attempting to circumvent the law in order to gain an advantage. Elude as verb. To escape or avoid something by cleverness, cunning, or trickery. To slip away from or evade someone or something by agility, cunning, or skill. The suspect managed to elude the police by running down an alleyway. The answer to the riddle continued to elude her, even after several attempts. Despite her best efforts, success seemed to elude her at every turn. The elusive bird was difficult to find and often eluded even experienced birdwatchers. The meaning of the poem eluded the literary scholars, who debated its interpretation for years.
Objurgate as verb, to criticize or reprimand harshly and vehemently, to express strong disapproval of someone or something. The boss objurgated the employee for coming to work late again. The coach objurgated the team for their poor performance in the game. The parents objurgated their child for disobeying their rules. The teacher objurgated the student for cheating on the test. The manager objurgated the staff for not meeting their sales targets.
Discord is verb, to cause a disturbance or break in the harmony or peace, to cause disagreement or conflict between people or groups. The disagreement among the team members began to discord their efforts. The negative feedback started to discord the artist's confidence. The contradictory statements discord the conversation between the two parties. The manager's decision to cut salaries discord the employees. The lack of communication from the leadership team discord the entire organization. Begrudge as verb, to feel envy or jealousy towards someone who has something that one desires, to resent having to give or allow something to someone else. He begrudged his friend's success and couldn't help feeling envious and resentful towards him. She begrudged every penny she spent on the expensive meal and felt guilty for indulging in such a lavish experience. The boss begrudged giving his employees a pay raise, believing that they were already being paid enough. He begrudged the time he spent with his family, feeling like it was taking away from his work and personal goals. She begrudged the fact that her sister always got more attention and praise from their parents.
Prevaricate as verb, to avoid answering a question directly, to deviate from the truth, to lie or be deceptive. The witness was caught prevaricating when her testimony didn't match the evidence. The defendant's prevarication during cross-examination undermined his credibility. He prevaricated when asked about his whereabouts on the night of the robbery. The politician is known for his tendency to prevaricate when asked difficult questions. The company CEO prevaricated about the safety of their products in order to avoid bad press.
Betray as verb, to break the trust of someone by doing something that is harmful or disloyal, to reveal or give away information that is supposed to be kept secret, especially to an enemy or a rival. The spy was arrested for betraying his country's secrets to a foreign power. She felt betrayed by her best friend, who had been spreading rumors about her behind her back. The athlete was accused of betraying his team by accepting bribes to throw the game. The soldier was executed for betraying his comrades by collaborating with the enemy. The employee was fired for betraying the company's trust by stealing confidential information. Reproach is verb, to criticize or express disapproval of someone or something. To express disapproval or criticism of someone or something, often in a way that implies blame or fault. The teacher reproached the student for cheating on the exam. The boss reproached the employee for being late to work. The parent reproached the child for not cleaning up their room. The coach reproached the player for unsportsmanlike behavior on the field. The friend reproached their friend for breaking their promise to meet up for lunch. Bowdlerize as verb, to alter or expurgate a written work by removing or modifying content deemed objectionable or inappropriate. To censor or modify a text by removing material considered offensive, vulgar, or improper, especially with the intent to make it more suitable or acceptable for the audience. The editor had to bowdlerize the explicit content of the novel for it to be suitable for younger readers. The film studio decided to bowdlerize certain scenes to ensure a more family-friendly rating. Critics accused the censors of attempting to bowdlerize history by erasing uncomfortable truths. The professor felt it was essential not to bowdlerize primary source materials in teaching history. The author refused to bowdlerize her work, believing in preserving the integrity of her storytelling. Misconstrue as verb. To interpret or understand something in a way that is incorrect or mistaken. To misunderstand or misinterpret the meaning of something. The media should ensure not to misconstrue the scientist's findings when reporting on complex research. The journalist's article completely misconstrued the facts of the case. His sarcasm was misconstrued as genuine enthusiasm by his coworkers. The statement was intentionally vague, which allowed it to be easily misconstrued by the public. We must be careful not to misconstrue their actions as malicious when they may simply be misunderstood. Refute as verb. To disprove, discredit, or contradict a claim or assertion. To prove that a statement, argument, or belief is false or incorrect. The study's findings refute the common belief that sugar causes hyperactivity in children. The lawyer refuted the witness's testimony by presenting contradictory evidence. The scientist refuted the theory that the Earth is flat. The athlete refuted accusations of doping by submitting to drug tests. The historian refuted claims that the event never occurred by producing eyewitness accounts. Belittle as verb. To make someone or something appear less important or valuable than they really are. To speak of or treat someone or something in a dismissive or contemptuous manner. She belittled his achievements, claiming that they were nothing compared to hers and that he had not really accomplished much. He belittled her intelligence, making fun of her ideas and opinions and treating her like she was inferior to him. The coach belittled the team, yelling at them and insulting their performance in front of the other players and coaches. She belittled his feelings, telling him that he was being overly sensitive and that he needed to toughen up and stop complaining. He belittled the importance of the project, claiming that it was a waste of time and resources and that it would not make a significant difference in the long run.
Dovetail as verb. To fit together or interlock in a precise or complementary way. To harmonize or complement one another in a way that creates a cohesive whole. The two teams will need to dovetail their efforts in order to complete the project on time. Her skills in marketing and his expertise in finance dovetailed perfectly, making them a great team. The company's new product line dovetails nicely with its existing offerings, filling a gap in the market. The architect designed the building to dovetail with the surrounding landscape, creating a seamless transition between the two. The different storylines in the film dovetailed together in a satisfying and unexpected way.
Wax as verb. To become larger or fuller, as the moon does during its cycle. To grow or increase in size, especially in an uncontrolled or excessive way. Her enthusiasm for the project waxes and wanes depending on the progress. The singer's popularity has waxed over the years, and now she is a household name. The storm started to wax in the afternoon and continued into the night. The political tension has been waxing between the two countries. The moon waxes and wanes in its cycle. Muted as verb. Past participle form of the verb mute, which means to reduce the volume or intensity of sound or to silence or soften something. He muted the television to avoid disturbing the others in the room. The musician muted the volume of the instrument during the rehearsal. She quickly muted her microphone to avoid background noise during the call. He needed to mute his phone to prevent interruptions during the presentation. The speaker decided to mute the audience's microphones to minimize interruptions. Ready to boost your English? Meet our vocabulary app, the fun and effective way to master the language. Books learn advanced words with examples and audio. Direct hit master idioms, proverbs, and phrasal verbs. Video game enjoy quizzes, flashcards, and pronunciation tests. Glow showing Europe, Africa translate into 100+ languages, all in one app. Did you learn new words? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. Download now and start your journey to vocabulary mastery.